and we will begin shortly. Oh, wow. Few minutes. Let's take a look. Hey, I'm still trying to see where the meeting is happening. I'm not able to see it.
It says you're live.
It says I'm live, but normally I'm also able to see where I'm live, and I am not able to see that right now. So I'm just simply still, it normally shows up, but not right now. All right, whatever it is, let's just move to the correct view. There we go. And so welcome everybody to today's session, and thank you so much for being here, and a very warm welcome to whoever I've not said hello to. Hello to all of you, and lots of love to all of you. So today, the topic being hero and hero worship. Hero and hero worship. And so what I've asked everybody to do is to get yourself a notebook and something to write with, because we are going to do some inner work with this topic, So ready to go? And let's begin. So the word hero, as I want you all to think of one person, gender neutral, could be a man, could be a woman, but I want you to think of one person that you consider your hero. I want to think of one person that you consider your hero and put their name down on the notebook. And the next thing that you do is, with whoever is the hero, when you look at them, what all emotions do you feel when you look at somebody that you consider your hero? So look at the emotions. Do you feel happy? Do you feel proud? Do you feel sad? It's not a little, that's a little off. But the emotions that you would feel, let us say, when you look at the hero, and let us say the hero is even in front of you, and in whatever form, then what all emotions would you feel if the hero was there in front of you? So experience your emotions, express your emotions, and put them down on the piece of paper. The next question that I want you to ponder upon is, what are the qualities that make you consider that person as a hero? What are the qualities that make you consider somebody as a hero? Put down those qualities, those characteristics that make the hero a hero. What are the qualities that would make for a good hero? The reason why you think that person is a hero. And then, when you look at yourself, and you look at the properties that you've given to the hero, all of those properties that you've written for the hero, now look at yourself and see, do you have those same properties? Do you think you have the same properties? Do you think that there is a large difference in their character and your character? Maybe they are outgoing, maybe you are shy, maybe they are confident, maybe you are not. Maybe they are confident and maybe you are. So take a look at all of those characteristics that define a hero for you. And now compare your own with them. your own with them. Your own properties, your own definition of who you are, and define that. Define that and see where you stand. Are you very close to the hero? Or is there a big difference? There is a long distance between you and the hero. Take a look. Okay. And now examine all of those properties of the hero that you consider as hero, and what happens if somebody else comes to you and they don't like your hero. What emotions would you go through when somebody outside comes to you and dishes your hero? Dishes meaning says, oh, this one is a useless person, worthless person. They are not a hero. They are not at all even likable. I don't know why you think they're a hero. So they criticize that person. Now I want you to imagine and experience what are the emotions that you are feeling when someone outside criticizes your hero. Do you feel very strongly against that person? Or are you like, okay, it's okay, they have their own opinion and I have my own opinion? How do you feel? Where do you stand? So take a look at your own emotions. How would you feel? Your hero, you worship that hero, you like him so much, and here is somebody who's criticizing that very person. What are your emotions? Experience and then put them down. Experience in this moment that somebody is saying your hero is a pointless fellow. And then what do you feel? And now we even experience the other side. Say somebody is majorly loving their own hero. Somebody loves a particular person and they can't see anything wrong in that person. And you don't like that person. You don't like that person at all. And you think that that person who is loving this hero of theirs, they are doing a wrong thing. They're going after the wrong person. They are hero worshipping a wrong person. Now, explore your own emotions. How do you feel when you see a friend of yours worshipping the wrong person? It's their hero. And now explore your emotions when you don't like somebody else's hero. And you don't like somebody else's hero. You know, in the political scenarios, we get to see this a lot. I am experiencing one party's goodness and you are experiencing another party's goodness. And then the two of you come together and you can't see anything right in this person and you can't see anything right in that person. And now take a look at all the emotions that you might feel when you have one hero and the other person has another hero and they are in love with their hero and you don't like them. What are the emotions that you experience with this hero worship? All right. So these are many different aspects of heroes and hero worship. So now let's take a look at, the emotions that have come up. So when you look at your hero, anybody would like to share the kind of emotions that you feel when you look at a hero?
Yes,
Yes, please go ahead. Who's that?
Asha.
Yeah, Asha. So?
Yeah. When I look at my hero, he's everything for me. And so he's on a different state of mind and spirit. I can't reach to that at present, but qualities are still with me. So someday I will definitely reach.
Wonderful.
The second side,
Mhm.
whether if somebody tells again anything against my hero, what will I feel? I will tell that person he is everything for me. So this is what is your opinion. Your opinion is yours, and I don't want to discuss and listen.
Okay. So you will
You
feel defiant. You don't want to discuss and you don't want to
no,
listen.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like it. And the secondly,
Yeah, you don't
if
like
I
that
don't like
person who's
no,
discussing.
the person's judgment. I
Okay,
just
you don't
acknowledge
like
my
somebody's judgment, but you
uh,
haven't. So what is the emotion under this dislike?
it's not a question of dislike. I don't want to discuss only because if
No,
somebody
so
is
sorry. I'm so sorry. I said explore the emotion. You haven't explored the emotion. What is your emotion? Oh, I will tell this person this and I will tell this person that. That's called an action. In this entire exercise, at each point, I have asked everybody to explore the emotion. So I'm not interested in what you will tell the other person. Anybody wants to share what your emotion is going to be like? What are the emotions that you have experienced for yourself? Okay. So Vinita writes saying, giddy, happy, joyful, masti, always around you. For others hero, I don't like mistrust. I don't understand that sentence. Can you please, for others hero, you don't like mistrust?
For somebody's hero that
experiencing.
I don't like, the emotion
Yeah,
is
then you
mistrust.
experience mistrust. Then you
But I
experience
honor their
mistrust.
journey.
Wonderful. You experience mistrust and then you honor their journey. The honoring the journey is the part of awareness, but just simply looking at the emotions that we feel. Yes, you experience mistrust by looking at somebody else. Now, and then Sumit writes, I would feel the following emotions if they don't like my hero: anger, contempt, and shame. Anger, contempt, and shame. That is what they are going to be experiencing when somebody doesn't like my hero. And then what about when you don't like somebody else's hero and they are out there doing hero worship? And how would you feel then? Would you still also feel anger and contempt? Okay. And would you still feel anger and contempt or shame or mistrust? What would you feel when you don't like somebody else's hero? I would feel contempt, frustration, and confusion also. Okay, wonderful. Then Vishali says, someone else's hero I don't like, I would be uncomfortable and not able to accept that. So lacking in acceptance, so uncomfortable. So when we are that uncomfortable, what is the frequency over here? What is the emotion over here? The emotion over here is mistrust. The emotion over here is fear of that person. You don't have to ever meet that person, but fear of that person is what would make you so uncomfortable. Fear of whatever that person stands for. Whatever that person stands for, you don't like it. You are fearful of all of those characteristics. And so you would not even be, you would leave them to their journey. But here we are only talking about our journey. So you would feel so uncomfortable and not able to accept that. We get that. I feel proud, love, happiness when I look at my hero, says Richa. I feel anger and hurt and sadness and helplessness when someone does not like my hero. And I feel anger, irritation, helpless, and mistrust when other person likes someone else. How beautiful. Okay. I just realized I am my hero and heroine. Yeah, that is the part of awareness. So when I'm looking at awareness, there is nobody outside. But here we are still talking about when we look at general life and we are able to look at other people and what's happening around us. You just realized, yeah, but that's what you just realized. What about before you realize that? We are living a life every single day. When you come to a webinar, which is all on awareness, yeah, you will get these realizations. That's what all of the realizations are all about. However, this particular work I'm here to do, because even if you just realized you're your hero, you've not processed the other emotions. You've not processed the emotions underneath all of those questions that are asked. What if this happens? What if you... So fine. So when you look at yourself and then you feel very happy that, okay, I'm my hero. And then after that, I still ask, what is it that you feel when somebody doesn't agree with you? When somebody says, no, you're not your hero, you're not worth being a hero. Then what is it that you feel? You haven't processed that. So this entire exercise was not about, oh, I've come to the aware place now. The exercise is actually to see what all emotions, what all triggers we are still holding every single day in a day-to-day basis. Do you sit with this line every single day? I'm my only hero. There is nobody else. It's only me. Do you sit there? No, you don't. In a day-to-day, you will find somebody a hero, maybe a Shah Rukh Khan or a Salman Khan, and then you will run after them. And then you are looking at them as a hero. Suparna, you know who this one is going to, yeah? And right now, oh, I just realized I'm my hero, heroine. No. There is somebody who went running to Salman Khan's house in Mumbai, woke up from sleep and ran over there because we said, oh, wahan pe Salman Khan rehta hai. Jumped out of the car and ran over there. And that is our Suparna who's writing, oh, I just realized I'm my hero, heroine. Yeah. All is good. Yeah, we understand that part. But right now, we are not speaking just about that. We are asking you to process, and that's where we are coming to. We are asking you to look at your emotions faithfully. Faithfully look at your emotions. Be honest to yourself. Don't be so quick and say, oh, I only live in this space. If you do only live in this space that I'm my hero and I don't see anybody outside, then that's perfect. But if you don't live in that space and outside, whether in a movie or in a real life, you find somebody to be doing a heroic deed and find somebody to be a hero, then what properties, what characteristics of them do you like? What about them do you worship? What if somebody doesn't agree with your idea of worship? I'm asking you to explore all of your emotions on that. I was not able to compare myself with my hero. You're feeling the separation because the whole point of this exercise is to understand that, how much distance do you see between you and your hero? So it's perfectly fine if you are not able to compare yourself with your hero. It's completely fine if you are feeling separated. Right now, at least, you've never even thought about it. And right now, at least in this moment, you are thinking about it. And you're saying, oh, wow, I enjoy all of these characteristics in my hero. And wow, I can't find any of those characteristics in me. Perfectly fine. That is the starting point. Okay. I was spellbound when I met you on cloud 9. Then I don't like some over-patriotic Indians who cannot hear one bad word about India. I also love India, but see from a neutral eye. Well, whatever means neutral to you is your definition of neutral. If you ask them, are you not neutral? I'm sure the answer will be, of course, we are neutral. We are always neutral. So our definition of neutral is different from that person's definition of neutral, but you don't like somebody, you don't like somebody who is overly, according to you, who's overly something. If they're overly into something, you don't like that. You don't like when somebody is overly into India. What about if somebody is not overly into me and they don't like me at all? What will be your emotion? If you tell them about me and they're like, this is such a nonsense person. How can you even like her? What if they were to say this about me? You were spellbound when you met me. But what if somebody is not that spellbound? What if they're spell unbound? Then what is it that you are going to feel? You don't like it. That's your dislike. And to be able to look at that dislike is what we are talking about now. So So now that you've looked at all of these emotions with respect to that which you consider a hero. So firstly, we will go with the first part of all that you love about the hero. And as you love something about your hero, take a look, like somebody just mentioned, they love that which they call a hero, but they feel a lot of separation. And if you feel a separation because you've defined some qualities that belong only to the hero and not to you. In this moment, now that we move towards awareness, to recognize, to realize that that person which you consider a hero is simply reflecting your properties, your heroic properties back at you. He's simply a reflection. Yes, there is a person that you never get to meet. You might never get to meet them. And yet, if there are things that you like about them, then they're simply reflecting your properties about you that you like. You might say, oh, I don't have that property. I am not that kind of a person. And in this moment, to recognize that you might not be many things in this life, but it's simply a matter of the frequencies. It's simply a matter of the experiences you've chosen in this life, that you are not feeling that oneness with that hero. If you actually break down those properties of the hero, you will find that in some way or another, you have been there, you have done that. Let us say you like the property of a hero who is kind and who is loving or who gives you joy. Just simply look at that property. It doesn't matter whether that person gives joy to millions, but look at you. Have you given joy to anyone at all, ever? You will be finding yourself that you hold the same property as the hero. That hero that you hold in front of you, that hero is, changing lives, doing something so important that it changes lives for people, doing something so amazing that it changes lives for people. Now that you understand energies, that person is playing a role. The energies that wish to change are belonging to the people who are changing, but that person is doing a role. And so now, look at your roles, the roles that you play in your life. As a mother, as a friend, have you changed anybody's life ever? Oh, yes, you would have done that. At some point in time, when somebody is not feeling good and they're a best friend of yours, you would have changed their life, their frequency in that moment. So when you break down everything to the lowest level, you are going to start finding that there is many a commonality. Why? Because that person actually is simply a reflection of all the things that you like about yourself. And you might say, no, when I look at you, Meenal, I find that, you are sitting in that divinity, you're sitting in that place where you know that you are Shiva. And I would simply even break that down. Whether you know it or you don't know it, you are Shiva. So it's not about that little point about what you know, but you are getting there. More and more, you are getting there. And so I know that I am Shiva, and you like that about me. It is basically simply an inherent property of yours that you are liking in me. The fact that you are Shiva as well, and you can see it in me, and that's what makes you like me. Because that's a property of yours. It's getting reflected from me to you, and therefore you like me. You think you like me, but who is it that you're actually liking? You are liking your own reflection. You are loving your own reflection. And so this is all about you being the hero. You are the hero with all the properties of the hero. When I go through the list again now, when I look at the hero, I'm giddy, happy, joyful, masti. How beautiful. How beautiful that these are the feelings that you have when you are around yourself. This is all about being you with you. My hero, some more people, my hero, love, bliss, peace, euphoria. When someone does not accept my hero. So here you go. Somebody writes, my hero is a firm decision maker, but I feel that I'm very poor at decision making. How beautiful is that? How beautiful that you like somebody who is a firm decision maker, and then you don't like this about yourself because you are not a firm decision maker. Everything else pause and simply ask in the universe. Show me 5 places where I have been a firm decision maker. Decisions are made every single day. Not life-moving, life-threatening decisions, but decisions are made every single day. Every single day, you make a decision about what you're going to wear, how you are going to go, where you are going to go, what you are going to eat. You are making these decisions every single day. Can you not remember 5 instances where you could totally decide, I'm going to eat Italian today, or I'm going to eat Mexican today? Not to take life so seriously that we are always looking at decision. Oh, a good decision maker who is somebody who doesn't sit in confusion and is able to take action and all of that. Well, break it down, and you will find that yes, indeed, whatever you are saying is the property in that person. You are going to be able to find that property in yourself. You just haven't looked at it widely enough. You look at it from a very narrow perspective of what you think is a good decision making. But look at simply the term decision making, and you will see that in a day, you make 20 decisions and without any confusion at all. So indeed, you are the same as the hero, just the nature of decisions is different. So instead of beating us, ourselves up, now we are in the process of actually comparing and finding out in how many ways we are so similar to the hero. Why? Because the hero doesn't exist outside. The fellow that we are looking at as the hero is simply a reflection of ourselves, a reflection of ourselves. I am the same as my hero, confident, leadership, fearless, confident. Wonderful. Yes, and that's the whole exercise, to be able to see that the outside hero, no matter who the hero is, it is a reflection of you, and you love the hero. You love those properties of the hero, but now to be able to look at it saying, that person is a reflection of my expressed or unexpressed characteristics that I love about myself. Some of those characteristics are more expressed. Some of them are not so expressed, but they are all there. You have to just simply put on those lenses, not the lenses of self-hate, but in this moment, the lenses of self-love, and you will be able to see in this moment that yes, indeed, you are the hero. Is there anybody else out here who is not feeling, after listening to this, after contemplating the hero and themselves again, is there still as much separation right now from the hero and you? Is there anybody who wishes to talk to me about that? If they are not feeling, if they're not at all feeling that they are the hero, please do put that down on the chat or speak to me. Anybody wants to speak to me about that? Wonderful. Nobody wants to speak, which means everybody has come to that place of recognizing their own self, their own hero. Fabulous. Now to come to the second part. When we looked at somebody else and we didn't like who their hero was, that hero we don't like. Or otherwise, when somebody comes to us and says, your hero, we don't like. And then all of the emotions of frustration and triggers and wanting to defend your hero, wanting to defend, your name, your hero's name, wanting to defend all of that. Yeah. Now look at these. Look at these emotions. There are a couple of things at play. One is, your attachment. The first part, when you don't like that everybody or somebody outside is disregarding your hero. Now you begin to feel the separation with that person. Why don't you like this person? What's wrong with you? This person is so amazing. Why don't you like him? Now here there is attachment. There is attachment only to certain specific parts of that hero. Your hero, and attachment to only some specific aspects of the hero. When you are in this way attached to somebody, when you are attached, now you know where this conversation is going, because when you are attached, the idea of attachment brings expectations on the outside. Now you expect those people always to behave in a certain way. What that other person likes or doesn't like, you are so caught up in, no, my hero has these characteristics, that you've forgotten that they are 360 degrees as well. They're the entire complete circle. Not just you are all there is, but that person is also all there is. But when you are looking at worshiping somebody in a very, very narrow way, liking only some of their characteristics and assuming no matter who that is, even if it is Mother Teresa. If you are going to think of Mother Teresa as somebody who's kind and compassionate and this and that, well, I would say yes, but she's also the other side. And I'm sure that she's living her entire life, or when she was around, she was living her entire life in totality, in completeness. There would be times when she would be feeling angry. There would be times when she would be feeling sad. There would be times when she would be experiencing every emotion. And so, no, that is Mother Teresa. She's only kind and compassionate. And so she is my hero. And so to be able to understand that when then somebody points out to you, they don't like your hero, what is going to happen? You are going to get triggered because you have expectations from your hero. And then you've narrowed down the scope of their characteristics. And then you are not going to like it. But why are you not going to like it? Because those expectations are going to create hurt in you. Hurt and pain is where the expectations and the attachments go. So when you are that bodily attached in a very narrow way, unable to see the complete part of the play, there's a hero, that's a role. That also is just a role. And that entity, whoever that entity is going to play on all aspects of life. They'll be kind at times, just like I said to you, find it in yourself and you'll find that property. So they will be kind at times, they might be cruel at times. But who are they? They are everything in totality. What are you loving? Only some specific parts of them. And that itself will bring you to separation with them, because you think they're only those parts, just like in the example that we were just, hearing. Oh, my hero is good in decision making. Now you made it very narrow to say, no, every decision making they will be very good at. You don't know what all decisions they have to go through on a daily basis, where they might also be facing confusion. If and when they are sitting in the confusion frequency, they are going to face confusion. So you have narrowed it down and assigned some attributes to them. Those attributes are yours and you love them. But this attachment to an outside hero, and when that breaks, that's why when it breaks, somebody else comes and tells you don't like your hero, then the attachment is bringing to you hurt and pain. So to be able to look at in this moment, to be able to look at hero in a completely totality, in complete totality, to be able to accept that they are as much Shiva of everything as you are. They have those good parts and they also have their bad parts. And that attachment, the physical body attachment, the limited attachment of only looking at some characteristics, in this moment, take a look at it. Take a look at it, because it will only bring you pain. It doesn't matter what it brings to your hero. Your hero might never even be in touch with you. But who does the attachment belong to? And who do these triggers belong to? These triggers of anger. And you can't even, you don't like that person who's against your hero. You don't even want to be there. Well, who is going to experience the pain and hurt out of this attachment? You are. This is your play in the energies of attachments and expectations. So break those expectations today. You can worship that hero, but make your worship a slightly broader one, being able to accept that they are as much Shiva as you are. Mind you, I didn't say they are as much human as they are, and they are as much human as you are. They are as much Shiva as you are. Everyone a Shiva. To be able to accept everybody in complete totality. Otherwise, if you're in touch with your hero and you've only worshipped some narrow part of them, they will hurt you for sure. Why? Because they will break your attachment. They will break. That's the only way. The attachment and the expectations will only lead to hurt. And from that place, the attachments and the expectations will break. So, not going there, today itself, take a look at your attachments and your expectations. Observe them so that you can be aware of how narrow your vision is towards your hero. It takes no time for a hero to become a villain. No time at all. Why? Because they will create the hurt for you. The expectations of yours will come to break. The next part. When we don't like somebody's hero, then what is it that we do? What kind of emotions do we feel when we don't like what somebody's worshipping a politician? They're not able to see the bad parts of them and what's wrong with them. And somebody is worshipping a hero in the movies. What's wrong with them? It's only a movie. How can you be worshipping a hero out there? It's all made up. They're getting money to be behaving like that. And they are not that person in real life. And when you don't like someone's hero, the mistrust that you experience, the hate that you experience, the dislike that you experience, guess who that dislike belongs to? You, through the dislike of somebody else's hero, are actually simply hating, sitting in the frequencies of hate just a little bit more, just a little bit more. Whether you ever get to meet that hero or not, whether you ever get to take a look at him in another positive light or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is that in you, you are growing the hate. You are growing the dislike. You are growing the hate. And how and for whom is that hate meant to be for? Only for yourself. Only for yourself, because there is no other. And so that person that you hate and dislike, take a look. All of those characteristics of theirs that you don't like, all the faults in those people that you find because you don't like them, all of those characteristics also belong to you. Also belong to you. They're all your characteristics about yourself that you haven't accepted, that you don't like. Give me a minute. As you take a look, take a deeper look at all of those people who are worshipping someone, and you can't understand why they are worshipping that someone, why they are even liking that person, because you have so many judgments about that person. And guess what? No other exists. So all of those judgments that you have about those people, the severe dislike that you might be experiencing about someone, all of that is simply you. All the suppressed parts of you or expressed parts of you maybe, but the characteristics of you that you don't really appreciate and you don't accept about yourself, those are the characteristics that you can see in them. And you think that that's their character, but it is as much your character as well. So in this moment, sit down and ask yourself, just as you asked in your, how many ways you are so similar to your hero. Now sit and ask yourself as to how many ways you are so similar to your anti-hero. If that person is somebody that you don't think of as a hero, well, on the other side, as a matter of fact, he's the villain. Now to take a look at all of the characteristics that you think define them. And as they define them, understand that these are all characteristics of yours. And so ask in the universe, where all have I played? Have I been like them? And you will find many, many places. Bring it down to the common denominator. Oh no, they're a cheat. They lie. They lie to the public, and they take so much of money for this or whatever it is that you are not liking. Oh, they take bribes. They give bribes and they take bribes. Well, cut it down, bring it down to the lowest level, and you will find that you've done the same thing. You've bribed your children. You've taken bribes from your parents. You've done things. And it doesn't matter at what level. No, these are the parts of you that you think don't belong to you, but they do. And so here, when you look today at hero and hero worship of any kind, of yours and of others, you've been able to see all of your emotions, all of your frequencies that you play in. This dislike, this mistrust, this worship, all of them, each aspect belongs to you. So all of those people who were so quick to say, oh, I'm my own hero, I still wanted you to look at all of those characteristics of other people. I still want you to look at that, because that is very easy to not look at when you are simply like, oh, I'm my own hero. I like everything about myself. No, there are still many people outside that you don't like. You don't like their parts. You don't like their expressed parts. And so simply to move over there and bring yourself to acceptance, process your emotion and process your judgments about this and about that. This is what today's webinar is all about, to be able to look at your emotions. Too easy to say, I don't like it, and so I don't even talk to them about it. Too easy to say that. You haven't processed your emotion. You haven't processed the judgments that you hold for those people. And so today, when you are able to look at the judgments, the only way to break every judgment is there is only me. There is no other outside. There is no one else outside. So all the judgments that I make, good, bad, ugly, wonderful, all the judgments that I make are all about me only. And so today, in this moment at least, in this moment of awareness, in this moment, releasing all the judgments. In this moment, releasing all the judgments. And so simply take a moment and take a look at your hero. Bring your hero into your imagination. Take a look at your hero. And as you look at your hero, put your face on top there. Put your face on the face of the hero. Are you able to do it? It's you. That's you. The hero is you. And so now, just simply go and hug. Hug that person with your face on them. Hug that person and feel the oneness between you and your hero. Feel the oneness between you and your hero. How beautiful. Okay. And now, take another moment. And now, whoever you think is the anti-hero, any person that comes to mind that for you is not the hero, is the anti-hero, the one that you cannot even think like, why would people even like him? Think of that. Bring him to your vision. Bring him to your vision. And then put your face on that person. Put your face on that person. Imagine that person, but with your face on them. And simply to recognize and to be able to see that person is you. That person is also you. Unkind, cruel, judgmental, whatever words define that person for you, sit in this space to recognize that all of those characters are also you. And in this moment, come into complete acceptance of yourself. And how do you come into a complete acceptance of yourself? It's just one line. I am awesome. Repeat this line to yourself. I am awesome. I am this, the hero, and I am that, the anti-hero. And I am awesome. I am complete. I am awesome. All right, everyone. That was a nice, short, sweet webinar plus meditation for today. Anybody wants to comment on how they're feeling now, or how did this session change your perspective, or if it didn't change your perspective on the hero? Anybody wishes to share?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's talk to you then. Hi, Prince.
हेलो
Yeah.
सो आपने कई बार बताया है, मैंने कई बार ये एक्सरसाइज की है, होलनेस टूल भी किया है, that आई एम दिस एंड आई एम ऑल्सो दैट, लेकिन फिर भी ये मानना कि मैं विलन भी हूँ वो कहीं होता नहीं था। आई थिंक आज आज उसकी बहुत क्लियर अवेयरनेस आई, एंड राइट नाउ विद दिस मेडिटेशन दैट वी डिड, मुझे साफ साफ दिखाई दिया कि हाँ मैं वो भी हूँ। So I think this is a gift of today's webinar. Thank you.
How beautiful, so cute, So to be able to understand कि हाँ हम हैं, वो भी हैं और ये भी हैं. But in our day-to-day dealings, we forget. We forget that we are fully complete, and we forget that outside is simply showing us mirrors each time. And then we have our preferences and we have our non-preferences. But in the moment of awareness, to be able to see ki all of those negative traits, those negative characteristics that we talk about, when you bring them down to the bottom layer, तुम भी हो, वो भी हैं, and सामने वो हैं, वो उनकी जर्नी है, लेकिन you are everything there is fully. So I'm so glad that you were able to see it a little bit more in today's meditation.
और एक बात और है,
हाँ,
मैंने अपने आप को लाइफ में स्टक भी फील किया है in identifying myself with my hero or my heroes, मैंने अपने आप को बहुत stuck भी feel किया है, and there are points and times when I have thought that, I've looked at all these people who I consider as small-minded or prejudiced or, self-aggrandizing, and I've said, there have been moments when I've felt, I wish I could behave like that. I wish I could do it like that, and this particular situation will get resolved so easily. But because my rejection of that has been so strong that I've never been able to actually flip over to the other side. But today has made me realize that if I am this and I am that, and if I can just be in a space of non-judgment, then whatever is
space of
required
non-judgment.
from me will just emerge out of me.
That is true. And then वहां पे तो आपने, you have brought in the surrender phase of it.
Yes.
So
I actually wanted to say, and with that, I say Om Mani.
so beautifully you
Yes.
brought out ki, I can be this and I can be that too. And we put so much of our finger on, oh, we need to be kind. But we forget that the one person that we really, really, really need to be kind to,
That was hell. Yes.
this is the only person we need to be kind to.
Yes.
बाकी सब मिथ्या, बाकी सब माया. लेकिन यहाँ पे ये मेरा जो experience है, oh, I have to be kind to that person and I have to be, I have to be nice to that person or whatever. But and if I'm not nice, what are we going to play in? In the judgment of that and then in guilt.
Yeah.
In the judgment of that situation and then in guilt. Then truly we are simply playing in guilt. So we bring ourselves down to the lowest common denominator of the emotion and look at the judgment and then release that judgment out there. और फिर हम कोई भी role play कर सकते हैं, कोई भी role play कर सकते हैं, because it is a role play. So many people come to me, and they expect that as a so-called guru, I am going to be always kind to them. Well, haha,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, haha. Because I understand ki whatever is needed by them, in me, there is no filter and I'm a pure mirror. So whatever is needed by them will come through me. But in all of this, I need to keep releasing judgment of the self. Oh, how can I say this to them? No. I am not saying it when I have let go and said, Mani, you know what they want.
Yeah.
And let them have it.
Yeah.
And then from that place, every day, you know how it goes in the sessions. So, kitne logon ko kitne dande padte hain, and it's so beautiful because जब किसी को डंडा पड़ता है, now the choice goes to them. वो मेरी तरफ उंगली करेंगे या खुद की तरफ उंगली करेंगे.
Yeah.
And that will decide where their journey will go. हमारी journey नहीं है, because हम तो already accept करके बैठे हैं कि, even that part, I accept from those people. I accept because they are the me just a few years ago.
Yeah.
They have come to be accepted by me as, yes, they're a part of me. I've moved one step forward. And so the finger comes within. But just a few years ago, I was exactly that person. And I have to accept that I am that person. That is a part of me. It's not a separated, left behind part of me, but it is a complete, integrated part of me. Now that I've moved from there, I have integrated that piece into me. And with that, we can accept everybody's journey with so much ease, and especially our own journey, our own roles with so much ease.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk to Vishali. Yeah, Vishali.
Hi, Ma.
Hi.
Just this morning, I received a message from a tenant who was visited by my mother recently. And this lady starts writing to me. And this morning only, my mother was telling that, you tell her that she has a month to vacate, etc. And then automatically she starts writing to me. I get busy with my work and she starts writing to me about my mother. And she's writing all ill things about her, that, she's very loud mouth and she shouldn't be doing this. She has spoken such words, etc. And I'm looking at those words and I'm writing in my journal that, somebody who's very battameez, and I'm looking at myself as battameez, and I'm hugging myself as a battameez. All the adjectives that are coming for her, I'm just thanking her that, but at the same time, she's my hero. My mother is my hero. And this
Yeah.
topic comes up
See?
today,
How
giving me
beautiful.
another level of how we have to vision this and how I have to work. So thank you for this.
And so, yeah, so your mother is a hero. You are looking at her in such a narrow way. And then she's everything. And then, we have to expand the way that we look at our hero. If we
Right.
look at them in a very narrow way, then see, you're experiencing the hurt today. You're actually experiencing everything from that person, that second piece that we talked about, that when somebody comes and says, you're a hero,
Yeah.
yeah. And then you're like, no, how dare you say this about my hero? Yeah. And then you experience pain and you experience hurt. And so this is your hurt, your pain, because you had expectations from the hero. And you're looking at the hero so narrowly.
Right.
Yeah, so beautiful. Okay, wonderful. And let's talk to Abhilasha.
Maths. Why does your nonsense make so much sense, yaar? Really. Just like Prince, I have been doing the wholeness tool, and of course, I get it. अरे मुझे तो सब समझ में आता है. तो जहाँ पे भी मुझे कुछ नहीं पसंद और कोई नहीं पसंद, and I'm looking at them and I'm of course start doing the wholeness tool. यही मैं. But I have never ever given gratitude to myself for the qualities that I admire in anybody. Oh my God, that the penny dropped like just now. And through the session also I'm saying, ये तो सब पता है, ठीक है, यही तो बोल रही हैं, ये तो सब अरे कर तो रहे, ठीक है. Oh my God. And then suddenly सेम चीजों से कैसे फिर से समझ में आ गया, पता नहीं. वही
So
चीजें
fun.
बोल रही हो.
भाई हमारे पास बोलने को 4 ही चीजें हैं, हम वही चीजें दोबारा
But
बोलते हैं.
yeah, the penny dropped.
How
Absolutely.
beautiful.
मजा ही आ गया.
How wonderful to hear that. Wonderful, absolutely hilariously wonderful. And so that is so much fun. Okay, and let's talk to, or rather let's,
I also want to share now.
yeah, please, of course, Sandeep, tell us.
So, I'm already in oneness with you. आपसे तो separation लगता ही नहीं. So when I was doing the meditation, I went into a cave and I saw. I always have this feeling that there is Sadhguru who's higher than me, and then there is me, and there is a separation. So I went into a cave. I saw him sitting, meditating. There was a light. I put my face on him. It was very easy for me to put it there.
Yeah.
With your word there next to me. And, I till now it was a little difficult to put that there, but now carrying or holding your finger, it just happened automatically.
How beautiful.
And then everything mingled. And that feeling is what I'm going through right now.
How beautiful. Wonderful.
It's,
So beautiful. कितनी अजीब बात कि हम सेपरेशन में बैठ के, हम सेपरेशन में बैठ के अपने हीरोज को देखते हैं. And we don't realize that they're simply reflecting all parts of us only. और तुम कितने मजे से कह रहे हो, आपके साथ तो सेपरेशन है ही नहीं. So beautiful कि हमारा सिर्फ जजमेंट है कि मैं हूं, एक तो मीनल है और एक कोई है जो सदगुरु है, एक कोई मीनल है, एक कोई सदगुरु है और एक कोई संदीप है. कितना फन सेपरेशन. And then to be able to release all of that, और कहाँ ही तो कोई है, सिर्फ तू है. That's all there is to it. So fun. मजेदार. Okay, thank you, Meenal. Somebody writes, Sapna. Thank you, Meenal. I thought I was weird and full of pride, as I could not see anyone as my hero, heroine, but I could define the qualities a hero must have. today's session is an eye-opener. I never thought about it like this. But yes, I am my hero. Wonderful. All right, wonderful. It is still easy, I would say, to be able to see yourself as your own hero. And that's wonderful. And today, to be able to see the complete picture and to be able to see yourself as your own anti-hero. And that's where the fun is, to be able to see we are complete. We are fully complete in any moment, no matter who we see outside, and no matter what judgments we make about them, and what judgments we make about, people that we consider villainous. It's all about us. And so in that space, enjoying the space of completeness and feeling even more love for the self. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Lots and lots of love to everybody, and see you guys another time.
Love you,
Bye,
Ma.
everyone.
Love you.